Let's take a look at another example. Here you have the combustion of magnesium. So 2 magnesiums plus O2 yields 2 MgO. Suppose you had 0.5 moles of magnesium, you ignited it, but ended up that 0.1 moles of magnesium remained unreacted after the reaction. How much magnesium oxide was produced? Okay, so we've seen earlier that all you have to do is multiply the moles of something that you know by a conversion factor based on the coefficient. So we're trying to relate magnesium and magnesium oxide, so it's a 2:2 mole to mole ratio for magnesium oxide and magnesium. So you would say, okay, you would set up your conversion factor. So based on your coefficients, you're looking for magnesium oxide, so you put magnesium oxide on top. So you say 2 moles of magnesium oxide is formed for 2 moles, and in your denominator you have the 2 moles of magnesium. Okay, so that these are the coefficients in your balance equation. Both of them are 2. The question is what goes here. What is it you're converting? Now, you're given 2 amounts here. Do you use 0.5 or do you use the 0.1? Important thing the reason I'm giving you this example is I want you to realize that this conversion factor based on the coefficients allows you to convert changes in moles, okay? Not the actual moles. So in other words, you cannot use the 0.5, you cannot use the 0.1, you have to use the change in the moles of magnesium if you want to use this ratio of coefficients to as a conversion factor. So by the way, this is called a stoichiometric coefficient ratio, or the stoichiometric coefficient ratio. This is a ratio based on the coefficients in the balance equation. So what goes here? What you have here is change in the magnesium. So you started off with 0.5 moles of magnesium. You ended up with 0.1 moles of magnesium. The actual change is 0.400 moles of magnesium. So you'd say 0.400 moles of magnesium is the change in the amount of magnesium. Then multiply that by that conversion factor. This is moles of magnesium. Okay, that gives you moles of magnesium oxide, which is also going to be 0.4004 moles. Okay, and you carry out the calculation.